I had to record an ad while I still had the stash. You know, that's why our advertisers pay the big dollars. Our first one, of course, Squaring Around is proud to be brought to you by Elite Sports. It's the only apparel company that's got our official podcast gear. If you want to support the show, buy a hat, buy a sweater, buy a jacket, buy a baby's onesie. We got it all. EliteSports.com. Use code SQUARE at checkout. Squaring Around is also proud to be brought to you by Homefield Apparel. Homefield is your one-stop shop to get every team in the entire universe of college athletics. Not Texas State yet, but I promise I've been sending these off-season emails. What have you guys been doing to get this partnership off the ground? Hey, I'll take the money where I can get it. Homefield.com, use code SQUARE at checkout, buy a friend a gift, buy something to something. Hey,
Tired of winning the tailgate but losing the games? We can't help that. But we can tell you what the hell is up with each team and what's going on across sunny San Marcos. Texas State fans, get on your feet. You're listening to Squaring Around with Jakob Rodriguez and Andrew Zimmel.
what's up, everybody? I'm recording this because I totally forgot that Media Day and also the Texas High School Coaches Convention, like coaching school, was happening this week. And so both things happened, but me and Zimmel had already recorded. And so, you know what I'm saying? Like, I needed to do this because now some of those things were dated. So GJ Kinney, Dorian Strong, and Khalil Alexander headed out to New Orleans to go do media day out there for the Sun Belt for the last time for the Texas State Bobcats. I'm watching my dog completely ruin everything. I'm going to talk more about that as we get into the show. I'll also have a really fun update for that, hopefully, at the end of this one. And also kind of a sad thing. But if you've been following me on social media, you kind of already know what I'm talking about. In this episode, me and Zim will talk all about the Sun Belt Conference, different things. We're kind of catching up on some headlines that have passed in recent days. So this is kind of like a catch-up episode because me and him were kind of been booked and busy the last half of the month. So all of really July has kind of flown by. And now Zimmel's in another state, getting used to another job. So we talk about that, of course, too. So without further ado, here is the show. Dog, if you ever see a grown man eating dry cereal out of the bag, that is a cry for help. I am, I am ragged on the other end of this call, Andy Zim.
Dang. I leave. I'm not even gone a week and he's freaking out. That's tough.
Dude, I tried to cope with everything.
Mm.
Alcohol, substance abuse. I got a dog.
Yeah, dude, we need to talk about that at some point.
Yeah, dog gate, bro. So, welcome everybody to Squaring Around. As you can tell by our setup, this is now a real episode after 2 weeks of me and Angie going, bah humbug, woe is us. Our career is great. Where? I'm moving across the country. Feel bad for me. Nay, nay, nay. It's time to talk about everybody's favorite sport, football.
I love it. I love it. I love that you were like, wham. No, dude, it's tough. My setup, I had it set up the way I wanted to make it look. And then one thing led to the next, and my screen breaks. So now I'm doing it on the old Mac camera, which, whatever. We'll see how it goes. But everything else is going good. Everything else is going good.
Still kind of surreal to see you online because this is how it all started, you know? And
Mhm.
granted, the entire last season, for the most part, we were doing it the same way, just out of convenience. But, it was nice just to know
Yeah.
you're in San Antonio and now you're
It
not.
was nice to know that I was only like 40 minutes away. Now it's like, I don't know, 20 hours.
So, how was your move? Did anything else happen besides your screen breaking on your
You know
desktop?
what's funny? Nothing else really broke. We did a pretty good job. I think the only other thing that broke was like a light bulb. So not terrible for a move. I got the apartment set up the way we wanted to. Shout out St. Jane, my mom, helped me move furniture. I was a little concerned about that. She was a little concerned about that. Otherwise, everything's going pretty good. We're swimming.
Big shouts, big shouts.
Yeah.
So, have you been keeping up with the big to-do online?
Which one? There's like 15. I
Well, the
learned how to
one,
make
the
crack
one,
yesterday by Hunter Biden.
yeah,
He taught me
Channel
how to make
5.
crack.
Dude, Channel 5.
Yeah, yeah, it was great. 3 hours, I was locked in.
Also, you guys didn't already know how to make crack before? What
I
kind of
wasn't showing.
what kind of early YouTube were you guys watching?
I was on the beheading videos. You were watching on the how to make crack videos.
Yeah, I'm a Clips fan through and through.
Great album. No, yeah, I've been keeping up with a little bit. You talking about the to do with the Sun Belt, right? Is that
Yeah,
what
I'm
it?
talking about
Yeah.
the no preseason honors for the Bobcats, which is
Mm-hmm.
everybody was complaining about. It's kind of like when you get out of a relationship and then the rumor mill starts to swirl. Oh, he wasn't even that nice to me. Oh, he should have taken me out more. Oh, these aren't examples from my own
I
life.
was gonna say it sounds like little personal examples, huh?
I
What's
know.
going on there?
No, I could have gotten way worse, I think. So those are actually pretty fair.
Okay, I will say I does not surprise me if you consider how much hype Texas State had going into the previous season, picked to potentially win the Sun Belt, picked to potentially go to the college football playoffs. It doesn't shock me that this year, after a lot of voters were burned, that they wouldn't give Texas State a lot of first team honors. You also have to consider, we talked about it at the spring game, not a lot of recognizable names coming back. It's not like the Texas State Bobcats brought back 12 starters on both sides of the ball. Not the case. So it doesn't surprise me.
It is kind of like the medicine at the end of the transfer portal as well is like and people forget about this too, is that football is so much like marketing, like you
Mhm.
have to market yourself, market your brand, um, do a lot of things like that, like, like that's it. That's really all that matters, right?
All it means is that the social media team doesn't get to put a first team on any of the photos that they have. That's all it really means. I'm not all that concerned either. Now, it was interesting. Texas State was, I think, picked second behind Louisiana to in the Western standings. They just didn't have any first team All Sun Belt guys. Part of that also, I have to imagine, might be the voters who aren't thrilled with Texas State leaving the conference. And I know you don't want to put a lot of eggs in that basket, but at the same time, I do think that there might be some sour grapes there, a little bit at least. That might be the only other surprising thing to me.
Well, so looking at just the coaches poll, right? Like in the West, Louisiana's picked to finish first. In the East, it's James Madison.
Yeah.
But in the West, Texas State, you said earlier, picked to finish second. They finished with 78 points in that voting for the coaches poll. That's a 54-point spread between them and ULM. That's ridiculous. Like,
Is
how did we
ULM
get
last
there with
then?
no preseason honors?
Okay, that's a fair point as well. So do you think that the coaches voted and then because the media votes for the players, right?
Yeah.
So do you think it's just the coaches and the media being completely off the same page?
Well, let's remember there's a puppet master in all this,
Yeah.
the Sun Belt itself.
Okay. All right. Jacob's calling
I put
shots
the
here.
tinfoil hat on. It's our last
Okay.
year in this league. It's okay.
All right. I like it. So you say that the Sun Belt might be putting some thumb on the scale a little bit.
You say
Can't have
goodbye
any.
and I say hello. You know
Gotcha.
what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. Hello to the Pac-12. I like that. Again, I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. I know a lot of people are got Caleb, and I think Colton as well. Both were on Twitter saying like, "Hey, feels like one of these defensive players should have been first team." I understand that. I'm more on the side of the coaches. I think the coaches gave Texas State the credit they deserve. I think Louisiana has every right to be picked number one. I think we have every right to be picked number two in the West, and that to me says it's a two-horse race. But again, the Sun Belt Conference is weird. We said last year Texas State should be able to run the table. They lost to ODU. ODU, not the greatest team on the planet. Nobody's writing home about ODU, but Jacob is now. Jacob's writing home a lot about ODU.
I'm riding home every day about ODU, frankly, to be honest.
Yeah.
And thank God we don't play them ever again. Like, I swear,
Well,
if they ever show up on Texas State's Pac-12 non-con schedule, I'm gonna have some questions. Like, what the hell are we doing
little
here?
Terrence Johnson action. Little like, hey, I feel like we got some cupcake games on the schedule. Don, what's going on there? GJ, what's going on there?
Personally, I like the fact that Texas State now gets to play villain in this
In the conference?
in the conference. The conference never really had this, until last
Uh,
year. when Marshall's coach went to Southern. Now there's a lot of drama in the Sun Belt.
I don't know. I feel like there's always been a villain in the Sun Belt. I just feel like most of the time it's App State or Louisiana, and everybody's punching up. Or Troy. Troy won, I think, 5 conference championships.
Yeah, but like
Um,
the thing about like Texas State being involved in this is that, everybody in the world is selfish, right? We only really care
mhm.
about ourselves and the outcomes that happen influence us, ourselves, our
Fair,
friends, our
fair point.
families.
Fair point.
So Texas State not being good at football for a long time, I don't really care that App State was the villain. You know,
Well,
this is
and
our
that's what
Disney villain time.
I think it's funny because we go from being one of the worst teams in the conference, a doormat, and then all of a sudden we're pretty good, and now we're out. So it's like there was never really any time to establish yourself as a Sun Belt power. It was like you were got good for 2 seasons. All right, deuces, we're out.
Dude, maybe this was the plan the whole time. Larry Ties and company put us in
Stop
the
it.
Sun Belt.
Nah, 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 nah,
They're
nah,
like,
nah.
we just need 2 years down the pike. Hear me out. And everybody's like, no, crucify him, crucify him.
I I'll say this. If Tice is on the side of things where it's like, we just need to be good for 2 years, then we can get out, then those conversations about the Big 12 10, 15 years ago, it might have had some juice. It might have been on the right side of the history there.
If I see him on the sidelines, I'm going to ask a few questions this year for sure.
Did you intentionally tank athletics to get to this point?
Could you imagine? Actually, this is part of my master plan.
Nah, that guy didn't have a master
Could
plan.
you imagine we booked that dude on the show?
Hey, Tice, come on, dude. I won't make fun of your suit. I won't make fun of how poorly you dress. I won't make fun of the banner that flew to fire you. I won't make fun of any of that. We'll come on the pod. We'll have a good time. We'll put the kitty gloves on. It'll be great.
And I won't challenge you to a free throw contest like I did senior year.
Hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of bad blood between us. We could tie the rags with Tice. That'd be huge. And I know the alumni who listen to this podcast would absolutely go all over themselves how excited they would be to hear
Dude, shout out the alumni online that are just figuring out Twitter in like
him.
they
Well,
graduated in like 19 whatever
didn't
in the
have a reason to
Southwest
get on
days.
Twitter before. Didn't
It's
have a
true.
reason to get on. I mean, the AD wasn't on Twitter, so why come on?
And now we're here for the villain origin story. So get your
Hmm.
burners ready, baby. Because GJ and the players are also taking notice that they were slightly burned. I know a few players, Talik Lockett being one of them. GJ Kinney also commented specifically on all these things happening at coach's school. He also talked about the Sun Belt Conference and the Pac-12 a little bit too.
Just super excited about that pack, and a lot of work went into that as well. I think President Danfus obviously leading the charge on that, and just an unbelievable president, and the vision that he has for this program, and from the first time I met him. So I think you hit the nail on the head. I think us going to the pack is obviously that was a huge victory for us, but now it's, at least in my mind, it's hard for me because I have a coaching job I have to do, but I also have to get things ready for the next step as well. But I think for us, the thing that the forefront of my mind is let's just not be happy going there. Let's go be able to compete, and that's staff pool salaries, that's rev share, that's the resources that pour into it. And I know with Don and Kelly, we'll get that done. But that's just something from my end that I have to continue to push to make sure we're able to compete, because obviously the Sun Belt, it is what it is, and the resources and the financial that goes with it. But now going into a new conference, we got to be able to compete and do it at a high level. So that's something that I'm always going to push and make sure that we have what we need to be able to compete.
It's always interesting, I have to say, Jacob, when they have this coaching conference after media or before media day, after media day, but it's like really can't say anything because you're going to get clipped. And if you say it before your media day, well, then people are going to ask you about media day. If you say something at media day, then you're going to get talked about it at the coaches clinic. So it's like, it's a really weird spot to be in for him, and also Sarkeesian and also Elko. So it's a weird spot to be in.
That's why I think it's better for Texas State to just lean all the way in. Just be the bad
To
guy.
be the bad guy?
Be the bad guy already. We already played pretty much a very disrespectful brand of football with the amount of penalties that we would get after the play.
Well, and then we got people throwing tridents and stealing tridents and throwing
Heck,
things.
Gatorade bottles in the stands. It was nuts. Let's just run it back.
Do you
But
think
this
that that's
time
going to
own
be
it.
better or worse this year?
Hmm?
Do you think it's going to be better or worse this year when it comes to like fan engagement, acting out, being disruptive, ruckus?
I think we're about to see something that's never going to be seen before. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
We
It's gonna
got
be bad.
we got a storm coming, I think, on the horizon. I woke up yesterday in a cold sweat and I said, "Oh my God, it's almost football season."
Dude, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's funny. He's
That's
having
why this show
withdrawals.
is actually like going off to a great start. I sent you a rundown,
Oh, I was, by the way, I
I'm
go to
on my P's
Texas.
and
I
Q's this
go to
week.
Texas. No rundown. I come to a different state and Jacob's like, let me get those rundowns back up. Let's
Well,
get the
dude, we need
rundown
to be on
started.
our sequence now. I used
P's
to
and
be able to
Q's.
see you a couple times a
Yeah.
week, call you all the time.
You can still call me. I'm still around.
Yeah, I know, but it's
It's
different.
not the same. I thought about calling you yesterday, but I was like, it's 3 o'clock. And then all of a sudden I saw you had a dog. I was like, what the hell's going on?
It's a mess. I'll get to that later in the show. Eric Morris also hated on the Pac-12
Oh,
in his
F that
thing.
guy.
Eric, now that Texas State has gone off to the Pac-12 in another year, could you make a case for Pac-12 looking at y'all to give, a travel partner for Texas State and a bigger foothold in Texas?
Nah, I mean, I think we're right where we need to be. I think the Pac-12 is essentially, the old Mountain West now. And so I think, just to ask, and I've actually coached at Washington State for a couple years, and just my family being from Texas, the hardest part is the time change and coming back and forth or watching those, being able to play a late night game on the West Coast and then get your kids back and you're showing up at 6 a.m. in the morning and they're expected to come in the next day for study hall or practice or whatever you're doing. I think it's really tough. So I think obviously us having, UTSA, Rice, Tulsa, Tulane, just everybody kind of in this area, I think that this is the perfect fit for us right now.
What's up with that? He just said it's the Mountain West again, basically.
Yeah. So first off, Eric Morris, one, you told your quarterback to take more money from Virginia. What's going on with that? Second off, Virginia, you're paying Chandler Morris how much money? Like, what? That doesn't 3 times he was making at UNT? That doesn't make any sense.
Do you remember when everybody online was like, "We need to sign Chandler Morris"?
I told you too. I was doing the TC
Everybody.
podcast. I was like, that guy stinks. He's awful.
Yeah.
He came after Max Duncan, who wasn't, he was a Heisman Trophy candidate. He wasn't that good, but he was a Heisman Trophy candidate. And Chandler Morris came in and was, dude, he stunk. So anyway, Morris comes online talking about the zombie Pac-12. It's almost like, hey, that's our zombie Pac-12. We can make fun of it. Jake and I'll make fun of it. You don't get to say that. You don't get to make fun. And on top of all that, you're cutting off your nose, bro. You don't get to coach in the Pac-12 anymore. You know these quotes are going to come back up. You have a coaching job, an OC job at Oregon State, Texas State even.
Well,
you're not going to get the job because you were talking crazy.
Also, he was the OC in Pullman.
Yeah. What's
Which
the
is
deal with that?
crazy.
He's like, hey, it's not the real. It's not where. Okay, let me ask you this. UNT to blank. What's the next step for Morris? Because when I talk about the best coaches in Group of Five, he's a good coach, but I'd rather have Traylor. He's a good coach, but I'd rather have Kenny. He's a good coach. You know what I mean? You just go down the list.
He is kind of like in the middle because Kenny is the youngest, so he's the sexiest pick. He's done so much things in his very short career, and that's why everybody wants him now. Traylor is obviously the other end of the spectrum where he's done a lot of things in a long time, and Eric Morris is kind of down the middle. He's done a lot of other things in a relatively short and also long time.
I mean, he's kind of like middle sibling syndrome, but what's the next step for him? Is it Tech? No. Is it Baylor? No.
I need to have a legit rival though, and if Eric Morris steps up to the plate,
you don't think it's Traylor?
No, dude,
they play UTSA every year.
It's like Obi-Wan and Anakin though,
Nah, but they play UTSA every year.
But that's not a real. They love each other. That's not. It'll never be like I want your downfall.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know because you see this happen a lot.
I need like a blood feud going. And that'll never happen with Traylor.
I'll say this: Belichick and Eric Mangini. Mangini and Belichick were best friends. All of a sudden, he takes the Jets job. Belichick hates him. So I don't know.
It's these guys are two Mesquite, Texas boys. They get along great. Their family ties run insanely deep. If you look at their things.
All right. I'm just saying, I would say Traylor is going to be a more because we don't play UNT. When's the next time we play UNT?
I don't know. Put it on the book.
Exactly.
Hey, that's not my fault. I don't schedule the games. This is what I'm doing.
Stirring the pot. I love it. That's fine. And that's fine. Okay. I will say to put a bow on this, the Morris quotes didn't make any sense to me as well, considering that you were all right. Worst case scenario, you say that it's the Pac-12 is now the Mountain West. Well, the Mountain West sent a team to the college football playoffs last year. They sent Boise State to the playoffs last year. So even if the Pac-12 is just the Mountain West, their conference and the teams in said conference are better than the American. Like, I mean, it's just case in point. It's just facts. And now maybe
who won
with
the American
Jets,
last year?
couldn't even not UTSA. So I don't know. Maybe UNT didn't because they played us in the bowl game. So I mean, like, let's be real. Come on, like, let's put some thoughts together on this, man. I don't know. I'm just saying that
Memphis tried to leave the American too. They tried to get,
and I'll be honest,
the Big
dude,
12 $200 million.
I heard UNT was trying to leave as well, like through different back channels. So I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me. So we'll see what happens.
What's weird is the way that coaches choose to respond and choose not to respond in these matters. Because
and look, I said on Twitter, I want him to respond. I'm not hating on him for answering that question. And I like the answer because it gives us good content. But like, think about what you say before you say it. Why would you say that?
Is because like Kenny never would answer any questions about the Pac-12, obviously, even though he was verified feeding information to Pete Thamel at this point. If you don't believe me, here's him with Pete at a steakhouse. Boop. Everybody was insane for saying that.
Somebody
saying now.
Jacob was on the track. He's like, Thamel isn't doing any reporting. He's getting it fed to him, which I agreed with. But it's like, Colton, get your money up, brother. You could be with Kenny in Nantucket. Like, come on.
Here's my pitch for you, GJ Kenny. You and me, Pie Society. That's more in my tax bracket.
Yeah. That's funny. I don't know. Look.
That's just how the industry works, though.
I need to know what Kenny was doing in Nantucket. I want to know if he's going to be the next coach of the Boston College, if he's going to be the next coach of the Patriots. I don't know. I need to find more. I need to know more.
I didn't like that Boston Red Sox cap because it was so white.
Yeah.
Yeah. It took me a while. I had to really look at the logo on that one.
What is that? Does that say Red Sox? What's going on there?
Yeah.
No Texas State gear? Hey, Texas State, here's an idea. How about you?
State? We went like that.
How about we cross merch? How about we do the Texas State Bobcat in the Boston Red Sox colors? Hey, don't call me crazy here. It's just an idea.
All fun and games until he does take that BC job.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can see it.
Fun and games.
All of a sudden, GJ Kane is the head coach of Harvard. What? How'd that happen?
So, how you like them apples?
Yeah, exactly.
That's Goodwill Hunting.
This podcast takes a quick turn if he takes that Harvard job. I'll tell you.
Honestly, I'll switch it up. I'll start doing Harvard content. I don't care.
The Crimson Pod, bro.
Crimson and around.
The Social Network with Jacob and Andrew.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you're bragging about some education you could have got in $3.95 in late fees at the library. So this is the last year in the Sun Belt. Does it matter? Or does it matter even more now than ever? Is this the most
never mattered more.
It's never
mattered more. We are the team that was the doormat for a better part of a decade, and now we have a chance to leave the conference with a conference championship. The first in program history, potentially. Could you imagine winning the conference this year and then dipping? That'd be sweet. I wouldn't care. I would not care if we went to the Pac-12 and didn't win the conference for 5 years. We won the Sun Belt the last time we were there. Like, that's fine. I want to you ever go to a party and people start robbing the house? You ever been to a party and people just taking stuff? Yeah, that's what we want to do with the Sun Belt. We want to just start taking pictures off the wall. I want to take spoons out the cabinets, mugs out the drawer. I want all that.
What happened to Grandma's urn? She's coming with.
She's coming with. She's the only after party. That's what I want for the Sun Belt.
That's fire. If we win a Sun Belt title this year, right?
In football.
Fun and games, yes, in football, because we've done it in other sports.
Mm-hmm.
But if we do it in football, and then La Tech does it in 3 years' time, Does it negate that championship for
No,
us?
dude. No, 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 no. By the way, we're leaving. La Tech comes in and they're just going to take that villain roll over immediately. Immediately. Everybody hates them, which is hilarious because we left. Again, it almost feels like we got the group on. We can't go. Now I got to invite Jacob's ugly girlfriend. Like, I don't want Jacob's girlfriend to come to this thing, but hey, we got to get 5 for the group on. So La Tech is the ugly girlfriend.
That is funny. The conference realignment is kind of like a Groupon situation because it's a very specific set of circumstances that have to happen to get a certain outcome.
Oh, 100%. And then it's like, who are we bringing? Because if Jacob's not going, I don't want to go, but I gotta go because I got the Groupon. So who we invite?
Yeah, it's only on Andrew's phone, so he has to come.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
I found
his
it.
phone's
Bro.
on 20%, so we got to go in the next
We
30
gotta go
minutes.
now.
I'm calling the Uber, so that's why I got invited.
Hey, we wouldn't get the Uber without him. He's got a 5-star.
Media day on the horizon. Do you know who's going?
Oh, for us? No clue. Not a shot.
It's funny because on that rundown I sent you, it doesn't say it, but it says, "Here's who we brought."
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I read the rundown and I was like, all right, he'll fill me in on this. That's fine.
Yeah. Where the hell?
It's like like a reveal. But because again, I say it's not like Texas State has like, okay, when Jordan McLeod was the quarterback, that's an obvious one. You bring Jordan McLeod, right? When it was Brady McBride who was the quarterback for
Sun Belt Conference Player of the Year, even though Andrew said it was kind of a pity.
Yeah, it was a pity one. Yeah. But like when Brady was a quarterback, hey, he's been here a couple. We're running through these QBs like, you know, Charmin, brother. They're going quick. So I don't know who we're bringing. Is it Brad Jackson? Is BJ going to be the guy? By the way, B Jackson on the back of the jersey. I know people are saying it's hard. Me personally, I'm not in love with it. I think Jackson just goes better. I think it just look better, look cleaner. But you know what? Do your thing.
You know what I liked? Willie Jones the third always had the 3 on the end. I thought I love those.
Jones, yeah.
Yeah, that's sick. I don't like B Jackson though. I mean,
no.
As a quarterback, of course, I do. I think he's going to be QB1. But the name on the back,
I want to find out who's pushing Owen McCown propaganda on my timeline because I've seen so much. Owen McCown's going to be the quarterback of Texas. I'm like, what? First off, Arch Manning is in the state, and I think he's going to be really good. Why is Owen McCown listed on the same graphic as Arch? Like, what's going on?
Arch Manning and the second coming of Christ are pretty close.
Yeah. What are we doing? Does not make sense to me.
You notice I paused so much for that because it is sacrilegious to say, but it's going to be so fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
I think I have this. Hang on. It's because everybody hates us. So I really have to dig for this information now. You know, we're not like main.
They don't send it to us anymore?
Yeah.
They're like, are you going? No. Well, then you don't need this info. It's like, oh, actually, we'd like it.
Okay. So it's GJ Kinney, obviously. Dorian Strawn, redshirt senior offensive lineman out of Ennis, Texas. And
what are we doing?
Alexander, redshirt senior defensive lineman out of Charlotte, North Carolina.
I like.
So we don't care at all about the Sun Belt because we're not trying to grow.
No. We brought
best seniors we got. Send them out.
We got the 2 oldest dudes. That's what that sounds like to me.
Yeah,
that's fine.
23-year-olds going out there.
Hey, the media training should be good. We're not going to get any good quotes. It's going to be like,
Sarah Bergen, KTSW Sports. This question's for the players. With the transfer portal, continuity is very rare in college football. What makes y'all stick with Texas State year after year?
For me, I'd say Coach Kenny and Coach Shoemaker. I've been with Coach Shoe for 5 years, literally my whole career, so it was a no-brainer. Like, there's no reason for me to leave that guy. That guy got me where I am. And then Coach Kenny, he's just such a great coach. Like, it's rare to get a player's coach like Coach Kenny that really loves you, take care of you. He calls me 9:30 at night, like, randomly, just checking up on me. So, like, not many coaches are going to do things like that. And like, Coach Shu, he literally, like, that's my brother. Like, that's my guy. So I wouldn't want to be nowhere else.
Because, like, I don't know. Shout out. Good for Texas State. GJ Kenny has great media training, too. We're not going to get any good quotes out of these media guys.
Just want to start with you know, a thought and shout out to our president, President Danfus and Don Coriel for their leadership and everything that they've meant to us since the moment that I've been at Texas State. And, obviously with everything going on with the conference realignment, we're focused on the Sun Belt, and we're focused on competing. And the two guys that I brought here today are seniors. And so, their focus is on the Sun Belt as well, and we'll let President Danfus and Don worry about all that. So I know we get a lot of questions about that, so I wanted to hit on that as well. But we're super excited to finish the right way in the Sun Belt, and excited about this team that we have going into our third season. And we've accomplished a bunch of really good things. The last 2 years, back-to-back bowl victories, and a lot of firsts for Texas State. But obviously, conference championship is what we want to accomplish, and send these guys out the right way. But obviously, there's a ton of really talented coaches and a ton of really talented players in this league, and as we know better than anyone, we have to bring it every week, and that's something that we preach to our guys. So really excited about the momentum that we have going into this season, and the two kids, two young men that are with us, and I'd be remiss not to hit on those two. Obviously, Dorian Strawn, somebody that's been with me, I think going on 4 years now, which is hard to do in college football, and really the anchor of our offensive line. He's got the size, he's got the physical talent, but what really stands out to me about Dorian is his character, his academics. He's a college graduate. And the loyalty, and these two guys up here are very special, not only to the program and to the community of San Marcos, but to me personally. And so I look for big things from Dorian this year. And then Khalil Alexander, another guy that's been with me now going on year 3, and somebody that just plays at a different speed than everyone else that we have on defense, really taking on that leadership role going into year 3. Had a very productive season a year ago, and just the violence that he plays with, the physicality, the speed. I think I look for really big things from Khalil, and both of these guys. You always, who are you going to bring to media day? And both of these guys had plenty of opportunity to go other places and do other things, and they were loyal to Texas State. They were loyal to their coaches. They were loyal to me, and we were able to help them out, and obviously just super proud of the people they are, and that's why you get into this business, obviously, is to win games and win rings and win conference championships. But the transformation that's gone on with these two from the moment we signed them till now is night and day, and just super proud of them and what they mean to this team.
I almost wish I was at coaching school, but like there's nothing going on in San Antonio either. These guys are just playing footsie with each other.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I will say is that I'm going to be more interested in the answers that other teams give about Texas State than anything Texas State says. Nothing GJ will tell me will be that interesting, because, hey, do you know who your quarterback is? It's going to be a good competition. Hey, what is the offense going to look like? We're going to try to mess it up. We're going to try to work more run and more pass. We're not going to get anything good.
Is question number 1 at media days about the Pac-12?
Yeah, 100%. What would your number 1 question be?
I don't know if I would ask them that, because I've already asked the team everything. I wanted to know about their move.
So what would be, if Jacob Rodriguez was there, he has his hand up, he gets the first question to GJ. What's the number 1 question?
I think I would be like, is this win or die for Texas State in the Sun Belt? Like, is this an absolute failure if you don't win a title?
What's the cheapest thing you ate at Nantucket?
That's your question?
Yeah, number 1 question. Because every one of those meals is expensive as hell. So what's the number one cheapest thing you ate? You ate a little McDonald's, a little Arby's? Where did you go to eat?
He strikes me as a big time snacker. So I feel like he had to have picked up some Chef Boyardee or something for the hotel room,
Okay. See, I think these are good questions.
Like, maybe he doesn't eat like the full meal all the time. Yeah, this guy is a professional meal eater with people. He takes guys out to lunch, recruiting visits and stuff. You got to think he's going Caesar salad for the first lunch. Maybe something lighter, maybe like a salmon side dish with one side,
Little green bean action.
Lunch. No, his third lunch of the day is probably like one piece of chicken, a thing of corn.
Let me ask you, do you think GJ is an okra guy?
I love okra, so I hope he is.
Okay.
Dude, pickled
Okay.
okra? Ooh, doggy.
All right. There you go. I'm just curious. I want to know what the eating habits are. The Pac-12 would be the number one question, obviously. I think that's what everybody's going to ask.
I think an obvious second choice is just to ask both of those guys about their relationship with Brad and the quarterbacks in general.
Sparty Laughlin, KTSW San Marcos. This question is for you, Mr. Strawn. There's going to be a new quarterback, obviously under center this year. How do you think the offensive line has gelled with the plethora of new quarterbacks that the Bobcats have this season?
I think we love all our quarterbacks. They all have their different things that they're good at and different things that they excel in and don't excel in. So I think we just every time we get an OTA rep with them, a walkthrough rep, we just really trying to figure out how they set up and all that type of good stuff. But I think all of our quarterbacks are great. So whoever is the starter, we ready for it.
That's always like one of the first questions that they ask about.
You know what's weird is that every quarterback that hasn't worked at Texas State leaves on like a good note. That's strange to me because normally it'd be like,
do they?
They never say anything bad. It's not like they leave being like, I hate GJ Kenny or I hate leave
That's
Matt
fair.
Leftwich.
You know what? Who got a lot more flack than any? Because for the past 2 seasons, everybody's had their hands full of football. Oh my God, you guys are so great. You guys, I love you. La la la. Baseball has been getting drilled when these guys go into the portal.
Yeah, no, they can't. They can't keep a guy to save their life. And now, and your boy Trout, I don't know if that's an NIL thing.
Where did RJ Martinez even go?
If we need to start doing the spin cycle for Trout, be like, he doesn't have enough money. He can't keep these guys on contract. Dudes are getting drafted in the 10th round and being like, all right, deuces, I'm out. See ya. I'll do minor league baseball at Cape Cod before I stay here, bro. That's disgusting. That's awful.
Yeah, dudes are killing themselves trying to make a professional career instead of staying one more year for a medical red shirt and staying at old Texas State.
I
I'll tell you
know.
what, if I had a full ride scholarship, Andrew, you would have to force me out of the door at Texas State. I would be appealing to the NCAA every single day for
You'd
any
be like the
minor
Brian
inconvenience.
London, double masters.
Dude, I might be the first doctorate on the football team.
How the hell did Jacob get a PhD? It's like, he's here all the time. He's taking
Yeah.
summer
And
classes.
immediately from that, be a GA, be on the sidelines now. Hello?
This dude cannot get out of San Marcos. Get him out of here. Jacob Rodriguez and blind salamanders, two things that are native to San Marcos.
Won my first national title in NCAA 26.
No big deal.
Yeah, I couldn't go to Texas State though because GJ recruits so many damn quarterbacks. It doesn't even make sense to go there.
No,
And
it's
I
like,
hate playing the mini games. I'm not doing that to myself. I'm gonna start outright. I'll play for
Wow.
the Charlotte
Jacob
49ers
has no-
before I play for Texas State.
Jacob has no competitive spirit, refuses to work his way up the depth chart. That's what I'm hearing.
I do. I just don't want to play that stupid mini game where you gotta go.
Yeah.
You know, it's just too much. It's too much not football for me. And that's kind of my thing about like,
That's what a lot of people say about this podcast.
yeah, especially in recent weeks.
Who cares if Zimmer left? I want my football. Give me my football.
Has the needle moved for you on quarterbacks, or is it just
No.
only Brad?
It's Brad, because like we don't have any other information. There's no other info. If Brad Jackson fell off a Lime scooter tomorrow, okay, then I'd have some combo. But like we don't know anything. We're going off of not knowing anything coming out of the spring, and then watching them play against Air in the spring. The last time that we'll ever do that, probably. And then now we just go into the week one being like, I think it's Brad, but it could be somebody else. They might play two quarterbacks in week one. Who knows?
And still no practice tape from anything.
So, okay, let's get this. So you want practice tape. Team doesn't give practice tape.
I just want
If
to
you
be
were a
able to
student-
be out there.
If you were a student, would you get a drone and fly it over the arena and just see, just like fly it over Strand?
I feel like that's illegal.
It is illegal. For sure it's illegal.
You
But,
can't
like,
even
how
do that
bad-
like an hour before the games, I'm pretty sure, because they established like a no-fly zone.
Yeah, but how bad do you want this tape, Jake?
You're right. Last year of the Sun Belt. We're talking to thugs now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thugs with drones. Maybe
Me and, the
I
Ukraine, Me and
masquerade
you.
as a drone company, and I'll go, oh, I'll get
Yeah.
you guys really nice shots in practice, and I show up, mustache. Jake, well, I guess I couldn't wear a mustache 'cause I'm too recognizable with that.
Yeah. Shave the mustache.
It's the opposite. I got to go
Mhm.
extreme baby face.
Shave your head, bro.
How bad do you want this tape?
That's
So
funny.
we're now in late July. Football season's on the horizon. But I did get a dog. Do you want to hear that story?
I need to hear that story.
I
What's
mean,
happening here?
I didn't get a dog as much as it got me.
That's insane that the dog was underneath your foot. That's crazy.
Right here.
So what happened here?
So you know this, but on Sundays I play in a softball league. Shout out Ken's Five.
Mm-hmm. They suck, but yeah.
Dude, this past weekend we lost to the Bexar County Elections Department.
Dude, you guys are awful.
We suck. I was 2 for 3 though, so
No
can't
big deal.
complain there.
Yeah.
Got on base 2 out of 3 times. It really should have been 3 for 3, but pop fly goes out. I run to second, don't run back. Fat guy tags me out. I hate to see it, but it
Hate to see
happened. What? I'm not supposed to take risks for this damn team? I'm all they got. So I'm walking, or I need to do 4 miles because I'm training for a marathon still.
No
And,
big deal.
no big deal. NBD. And I'm like, all right, I need to knock out 4 miles. So I just book it from that. My truck's at the softball field still. I'm taking off.
So you played a game, then you run? Damn.
Yeah. Played a
Okay.
game, and I took off. And I'm coming back. I'm at mile 3. And this little guy starts nipping at my little heels. I'm like, what the heck? And so at first I thought he was going to try to bite me. And then he didn't. And then he just followed me for another mile while I was running. So I was like, might need to take this guy home. So I take him to the station. Everybody there has a dog or a cat or something. So I was like, what do I need to do as a father now, as a young
That's
father?
insane, dude. You
Yeah.
stole somebody's dog.
I didn't steal a dog. It
You
doesn't
stole
belong
a
to
dog.
anybody. No, dude, I took him to the vet yesterday. He doesn't have a microchip or anything. He got a relatively clean bill of health. But
I'd leave and you get a dog. That's what this is. The takeaway here is.
But I woke up, and as soon as I was like, oh my God, thank God football season's almost here, I was like, what am I doing with this dog? I
Yeah.
need to get it to a shelter. Especially
Yes.
because if this dog has a better shot at being like with a family and a yard, I ain't gonna step between him and that life. So if you want a dog right here on Squarin Around, you
Dude,
take this little pooch home.
this is insane. This
Huh?
story's crazy. Did you buy dog food?
Yeah, I have a few just to get me through the day.
Okay. So you're taking it to the shelter like this week.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Dude, you will be surprised at how hard it is to get rid of a dog. that
Hey,
you,
listen.
you try to do the right thing, right? You get the stray off the street. They tell me, hey, call the city. Call 311, the city of San Antonio. They go, hey, take it to ACS. All right, easy enough. I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I'm from the streets. I take dogs in, This is what I do. This happened to me in McAllen, Texas. This happened to me in Corpus Christi. This happened to me in San Antonio now, right?
Her name was Rebecca.
So I take the dog to ACS. They tell me, yo, did you already call the city? I was like, yeah. They look at the dog. They're like, well, he looks healthy. And I was like, well, thanks. I've been taking care of him. And they're like, well, he's not sick. He's not hurt. So we can't do anything about it.
What?
I'm like, what? Yeah, that's what I said. So I called the city back. I'm like, yo, ACS told me that they can't take him in. They told me to call you guys. By the way, these are run by the same institutions. They're just like different people that at this point that I'm talking to. And the ACS is like, well, you could always just release him.
Oh my God.
I go, did you just tell me to dump a dog? They're like, we didn't say that. And I said, pretty damn close. And they were like, so do you want to report a lost, like a pet? And I was like, no, he's not lost. He's right here. They're like, so you want to report a pet that you've contained? You've trapped this dog. I was like, I ain't trapped a dog. Don't be putting that out there. They were like, well, what do you want to say? And I was like, I just have a stray that definitely belonged to somebody, and then they dumped him in a nice neighborhood, and I'm doing the right thing. I'm not trying to dump a dog either. So how am I the bad guy now suddenly?
Drive
You're the
up
one
to
that
Stone Oak.
suggested dumping the dog. ACS.
Drive up to Stone Oak. They got these nice little fences. Somebody's got a new dog. It's a nice neighborhood, bro.
Yeah, me do the same thing.
Yeah. I don't know. That's
I'm not
crazy
saying
though.
you try and do the right thing in San Antonio, and it always comes back
So
to
you're 100% keeping that dog, man.
I'm not,
I
dude.
guarantee you have that dog next week when we
Dude, this
record.
is hell because we're still in like flood coverage mode. We're working 6 days a week.
Really?
Nobody believes me, by the way. I know. I feel like I'm going insane. I'm doing 2 shows this whole week, pretty much. I got to be at work at 1.
That's wild.
So yesterday I was gone from 12:30 and I didn't get back to midnight. I'm walking this dog around at midnight, don't get to bed till 1, and I wake up at 6 to go running, and I gotta take this little guy to the bathroom again. It's
Yeah,
awful.
yeah. You're losing your brain, bro.
Here it is. Dad, I'm sorry. We never should have had a dog. If you're a father out there, keep denying your child this short joy in life because it is simply not worth it. Having a dog is so much responsibility. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, Jake is bad at responsibility too. He's like, I don't want the responsibility.
I
We
don't.
have the escape hatch. Like we that's first date question. How do you feel, man? You like the life raft in the Titanic? This guy, man, no life raft with a dog.
Yeah, that's what, you know what? 2 things that have been very insulting, right? Coworkers have told me this. One of them said, "Oh, Jacob, this is going to teach you like how to be responsible, how to, really get
I'm
your
the
life in
producer of the
order."
show. What do you mean
I-
responsible?
What I said, I was like, "You don't get one of those by being irresponsible. That's for damn sure." Then the next one was, "Well, Jacob, you're afraid of commitment. This is really going to help you out." That's going to help me out.
Who said I was afraid of commitment?
Who are you talking to?
That's crazy.
Where'd you get
Well,
that?
shout out to Jake.
Yeah, they were like, though, Juan, you could use this dog to talk to girls. I am not a
I don't
predator.
need a dog.
I am not a predator, sir.
I am the
I don't-
dog.
I don't roll my car up into some bar parking lot and go, "Hey, I got a dog. You want to talk to me?"
Yo, stranger danger. I have a puppy in the back.
What's next? I have an Xbox in the back of my car. Come talk to me. No thanks.
That's crazy.
I'm good. I talked to girls already. Fine enough. This
Yeah.
dog is gonna have a happy home. He's a great little puppy. He's a good little guy.
You haven't named him yet?
I named him Santo. It's actually kind of a
Oh
slow
yeah.
experience.
Okay, yeah. He's keeping that dog, boys. He's keeping that dog.
So I was meditating, right? I was kind of like mid prayer in my head, like running. Running is a very therapeutic action for me. And I was thinking about the Saints. And then this freaking, not the football team, the actual Saints.
The Catholic Saints. Yeah, yeah.
I was thinking about Drew Brees in
I
2010.
think about Michael Thomas's career and how he got cut short, and all of a sudden a dog attacked me.
Raheem Mostert.
Crazy, dude. All right. Well, congratulations to you and Santos on your happy home. Yeah.
He's not staying here. I live in a no dog zone. So I'm gonna call ACS right when we get off the pod. I'm gonna be like, "Yo, they're gonna try to evict me. You gotta get this dog today."
Yeah.
Just lie to people on the phone. Nobody's gonna know. It's all right, guys.
Hey, we've been doing that. I get that.
ACS, don't watch this podcast.
Number
It's
one
for the
ACS
benefit of the dog.
Yeah, number one ACS hater podcast. Squaring around.
I should have just said that he had a cold or something. I should have been like, "Oh yeah, he's sick. He's been hacking up a lung all night." Do we have anything else to talk about? Texas State.
Texas State.
Everybody can finally hop off Kelly now after the Pac-12 move.
I know, dude. I'm just trying to think. I've been drowning at work because you did the move last week. Just went fine. Milwaukee's a nice city. I texted you. I was like, we got to get you up here during the summer, but you're like, you won't be there. You'll leave in 6 months.
Dude,
So
the way you talk, yeah.
what do you mean? I don't.
You talked about getting a house with me 6 months ago. Could you imagine if you and me bought a house and then you
A
left?
year ago.
Damn, bro.
I wouldn't have moved. If we had a house, I wouldn't have moved. So it's kind of on you. Again, with the commitment. If you would have just bought a house with me, we wouldn't be in this position.
You, me, and Santo.
Yeah. So, no, it's been good. It's just a crash course at work, man. It's wild to like learn a whole new system. It feels very much like dude goes to a new high school. Got to learn a new playbook. Huh?
You get bullied on the first day?
No, I didn't. It's been good. Everybody's been very receptive of me, which is nice.
That's good,
Yeah.
dude.
So it's but again, dude, it's the onboarding is all week, and then I'm also spending all of my free time like watching how they do things. This is the first place where they didn't expect me to be the guy like off the jump, like just here, throw it, figure it out. So this is not, it's been nice in that way, but it's a lot. It's a lot that I'm having to take in and retain.
It's like my first day in Corpus Christi. I walked in, they were like, "Hey, congrats, you're producing the 5." I was like,
Yeah,
"What?"
no, this isn't that. This isn't that. I'm learning because there's a video component to it too, along with the radio component. So it's been. I had to put my Jacob Rodriguez hat on. I was having to look and figure out like, how does this look? Is this good for TV? Is this not? Like, how do we, head spacing and stuff? So yeah, it's something else.
Did. Well, you're gonna learn a lot, sounds like.
Yeah, yeah, I am. So I'll see you in 6 months.
Yeah,
I'll learn
you'll
everything,
be
and then
in
I'm
you'll
out.
be in a different market, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see,
I don't
dude.
know
That's
about
the.
I don't know if he'll come back to San Antonio.
You don't think so?
I don't know, dude.
Not with all the flooding.
That's a Kerrville.
I mean,
That'd be
come
like
on.
market 200.
I would go to Kerrville.
There's like
Good
30
retire.
people probably that listen to
That'd
that
be a good
station.
retirement job. You date or marry a woman who's like a veterinarian. She has a practice, and you just like do radio. Be a good gig.
Tell you what, might have to put Santo on the hinge though. You know,
Oh, for sure. That should have been number one deal.
number one.
What else did I got? Oh, I talked to Sonia while I was up here because
Oh
she was
yeah.
talking about doing the 2 accounts. I was like, don't do that. Don't
Yeah, I
do
told
that.
her I was like, you just need to put it on one, bro.
Yes.
What is your problem?
Yeah. Besides that, I'm figuring Milwaukee out one day at a time.
My coach just asked me, "Hey, just checking in on you. I see the streak is alive and well. Are you alive and well?"
No,
Jenny, got news for you.
got bad
Now,
news.
I'm beat
Yeah.
up, dude. And this dog is taking up so much of my time. But what am I gonna do? Leave it on the street? I'm a good person. You know?
Could have fooled some people.
Say what you will about what I say on the internet from time to time, but in my heart of hearts, I do try to do some good.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're in a good spot. I'm surprised. There's a lot of people who'd have just let that dog to die, and you didn't. So you're better than most.
Mm-hmm.
So wish me luck. I got to go to Goodwill and try to find a new screen, get a new monitor.
Mm.
Pain. So all right, we'll do it again next week. We'll figure it out one day at a time.
Thanks for squaring, everybody. I'm serious, so I literally forgot about Media Day. Maybe it's because it's the last one. I'll be the first to admit, I feel like Texas State dropped the ball on this one a little bit. Maybe they sandbagged, all right? You know, this is the last one. Who cares? They got counted out of every preseason poll ever, so who cares, right? Even though they're picked to finish second in the West, which is complete BS. You're telling me there's nobody who's all conference second team? What about the kicker? Hmm? Hmm? This nice white lady has offered to take little Santo off of my hands. Everybody in the comments down below, please pray for myself and the repose of the soul of this fucking dog. Oh my God. It has truly been an undertaking by myself and my brother. I'm hoping it works out for the best. This lady's got a yard. She's a nice white lady, rich. I think it's going to work out pretty well for this kid. But getting him to that point has been such an undertaking. It's impossible. Um, Real quickly, if you've been following me on my social media pages, you know that myself, a bunch of the other journalism, mass communications students, former students, University Star alum, KTSW alum, we're all mourning the loss of the great and powerful Kim Fox. So I just wanted to shout out Kim for everything that she's done for myself in my career. She's pretty much the only reason I'm here. She stopped me from dropping out several times. She stopped me from transferring home even more times than that. More than that, she told me to keep applying to be the editor in chief of the University Star, which is the best honor that I had at Texas State. And she was always there for me when I needed something, when I didn't need something, honestly. Actually, I'll tell you guys a funny story. I wrote a series of articles my senior year, all of investigative pieces that I was trying to work on for years. It took me to write this thing, and I was going head to head with the Texas Tribune. And the entire time, uh, Kim Fox was in my corner. She was rooting me on, and this entire thing, is really only possible because of her. This podcast included. She's the reason I kept going and doing everything, just staying connected to the university. So it's really cool to see this outpouring of support. So Kim, this one's for you. Thanks for everything.
We don't need no budgets. I don't have to show you any stinking badges.
Better not come any closer.
Thanks for listening. New episodes out every Thursday. Follow the boys on Twitter. Eat 'em up. Eat 'em up.